here. You can see how icy this is. Whee! Cover up my residence. Car's been running for a while. You can see it's just covered in ice. It was all over the windows. Let's turn off that traction control. Fuck that shit. So far, I'm impressed with these tires on the ice. Got a little bit of wheel spin there, but nothing crazy. So good morning, guys. It's been a while. I still have another video I recorded for you that I have yet to edit because I suck. I really suck. You know, I suck a ton. I know I have some viewers that actually, like, you know, keep up with my videos and follow me a bit. Like, just start yelling at me when I don't release videos because I really suck. I am not good about releasing new videos for some reason. Even though I actually do like making them, I am just not great at... Oh, thank you, sir. I record them and then I don't edit them for some reason. I got thrown off when I kept changing computers last year, or technically earlier this year. But yeah, I kept changing computers like a dummy. Built a gaming computer last year, decided to sell it because I'm like, oh yeah, you know, I don't need this. I have my Xbox One X, which I don't know why I thought that would work. Although in my defense, I was planning on getting a gaming laptop, which I did do, and you saw the video where I strapped it to the back of my motorcycle. So that was fun. And then I returned that because it had all sorts of problems. It was a brand new laptop. It was thermal throttling, blue screening all the time. Like, I was getting a couple blue screens a day. It was rare that I wouldn't blue screen. And it was brand new, and it's like, okay, so, like, I'm pretty tech savvy. I probably could have just, you know, looked for whatever's causing the blue screen, let it be like a driver issue or something, but it was a brand new computer out of the box. I didn't install anything crazy on it, just some photo editing software and some games. And I even did try a factory reformat at one point, factory restore. And it's like, I shouldn't have to screw around with drivers on a brand new computer. So I got rid of that one. And then I built my new computer. So I've been constantly just switching computers, which is not a good excuse because I've had this computer now for months. So yeah, I've honestly just been sucking. But that just threw my whole pattern off because I was releasing a video like every month or so, if not every couple weeks. And then I had to keep switching my workspace around, so then I kept losing my progress because I was also switching what editor I used as well, so I kept screwing around. I'm gonna go this way. So it's honestly me just not managing my shit well. But yeah, basically threw my pattern off. Haven't edited a video in a while, and I'm hoping this one will actually go online. So the roads actually are not too bad here, just completely changing gears. I'm surprised they were so much icier in my apartment. I was honestly expecting a lot worse. This ain't so bad. It's actually warm in here. I had the car running for a while before I came out. I'm taking a really back way right now because I'm debating stopping at Dunkin' Donuts. Not sure though. I usually do intermittent fasting, but not really feeling the whole fasting thing today. I had a couple of drinks last night. Not a ton, a couple glasses of whiskey. And now I'm hungry, which probably means I shouldn't eat because I'm just craving food. shitty food, but whatever. Yeah, I'm just gonna go. This is too perfect of a light. This light is really slow. I really want that Dunkin' Donuts. I took that whole back way just to get Dunkin'. See, this is how indecisive I am. I take a different way just to get Dunkin' Donuts, then I get there and then I pass it. Like, oh, fuck this. So just in case I don't edit that last video, or if I lost it, which is also a very real possibility, because in switching between computers and shit, I kept taking the video footage off of my cameras, or off of my camera, and then, you know, putting it on whatever computer I was using at the time, and then I would get rid of that computer and switch or whatever. And I think I was good about backing up the video files themselves, but that video might not exist. But I'll briefly cover what I went over in that video. So, me and my girlfriend of like 7 years, we're expecting a kid in the next few months. It's awesome news. And I went over that in the last video. We're expecting a little girl. She's due on April 1st. And so yeah, there's a lot of things are going to be changing in our lives really soon. We don't have any kids now. I've never had a kid before. So it's going to be a bit of a adjustment. I don't really have experience with kids, my own kids or even other people's kids. There's just not a lot of kids in my family or in my close friends. So yeah, big adjustment. So I talked about that in the last video. I made an announcement, but again, I never edited the video and released it, so that you wouldn't know that unless I released that video, and then you're just going to be like, oh, okay, he's talking about the same thing. And I don't remember if I talked about the fact that I sold the Daytona 675 in that video or before that video. So, in case you don't know, I sold my Triumph Daytona 675. It just wasn't a good street bike, and I talked about selling it in the past. I know I have. I don't know if I actually mentioned the fact that I sold it because I'm so bad at keeping up with my channel. So I sold it. Do I miss it a little? Yes. But I know it was the right thing to do because I just, every time I rode it, for the most part, I was just reminded of how bad of a street bike it was. It was just not very comfortable. Like, it wasn't like to the point where like my back was killing me or anything like that. No, it just wasn't comfortable. And the thing just wanted to go fast. Like, it wasn't fun to go slow on it. And mostly what I do on my motorcycles is commute, honestly. And even when I go out for joyrides, it's not like I can just be doing 120 everywhere. Like, for multiple reasons. One, that's retarded. I'm gonna get speeding tickets up the wazoo. Could get myself hurt or hurt someone else. Second, well, that was the second, I guess. First was tickets, second is getting hurt. Don't want to lose my license. Really don't want to hurt myself just being stupid. So, no point in really owning a sport bike just to ride it at like 10%, 95% of the time, in my opinion. Some people like it, and in an ideal world, I would still own it for, you know, times where I want to just go out and have fun. But realistically, you know, like $5,000. I think what did I sell it for? Oh, it was over 5,000, I think. It was either high fours or mid fives. I don't even remember because I sold it months ago now. But realistically, that much money, that's too much to have sitting up in a toy at this point in my life. One that I don't use all the time. Like, I'll probably get another bike that's more street friendly for commuting on, and you know, something that's in between a cruiser and a sport bike, maybe a naked bike. At some point, I don't know if I'll get that this year or next year, because like I was just saying a few moments ago, we have a kid on the way, so she is going to probably need a lot of attention for the first year, so I don't foresee having a ton of time to be riding a motorcycle this year. And on top of that, I still have my dual sport, the XT250 I can ride. So I still have a bike. It's not like I need another bike. So I might just wait a year. But I do plan on getting another motorcycle, another street bike. Probably a naked bike, maybe a cruiser, but not really sure if I'm feeling that. That was a really shitty rev match. Derp, derp. It's just a lot of money to have tied up in a toy. Historically, I've never been terrible with money. Like, I've never not been able to pay bills and whatnot. But I've also never been good at saving money or, you know, investing money into the future, which I've just started to this past year to get better about and actually think about. Because, you know, here's the thing, I really do not like working a 9-to-5 job. Call me lazy, but I don't like commuting like 20 minutes, half an hour, twice a day, there and back. That's a waste of time in my opinion. And then sitting at a desk for 8 hours a day, 9 hours if I don't go anywhere for lunch because I have an unpaid lunch. Just doing stuff that I don't necessarily hate, but it's not really what I want to be doing my whole life. Don't really want to spend my whole life doing that. So I really want to either retire earlier, or even when I retire, I say retire, I mean do what I want to do. I'll probably like end up making a small game company or do some other adventure on my own. I just want to have enough financial security that I can afford to take small risks here and there and not worry about, you know, supporting my family or anything like that. So my goal now is to start investing as much extra money as I can into some, I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do. I don't trust the stock market at this point in time. I feel like it's overvalued and it's been dropping a lot recently. So right now I'm just kind of saving money for when the market drops a bit. Not that I'm hoping it drops. I feel bad for anyone that loses money. But for me, it would be better if it dropped because then I could get in while everything's cheap. But yeah, I've been saving money, trying to invest more, and if you look at compounding interest, even $500 after 15-20 years turns into a lot of money. So a few $1,000s, it's a lot to have sitting in something I don't use much. Like, I'm not saying I'm not going to spend money here and there to enjoy my life, because you need a balance. I'm a firm believer that there's a balance in everything. I need to get over that lane. Oh, balls. But yeah, I'm a firm believer in balance. You need to balance work with play. You need to balance what you eat. Like, you know, enjoy some of your food, but you can't just enjoy everything and eat like crap. You need to enjoy your life to some extent, but, you know, still plan for the future. So I'm not saying I'm just gonna, like, you know, not buy anything and throw all my money towards investment, but you need to be strategic about it. And like, owning multiple bikes that I don't use very often is not being very strategic. I need to get the most enjoyment per dollar, is the way I like to look at it. So, you know, $5 grand tied up in a bike that I only ride every couple of weekends, that's not a good enjoyment per dollar ratio. And then they devalue quickly, so after a few years it'll be worth like $3 or $4 grand, and then another few years $2 or $3 grand. So don't really want a depreciating asset that I don't use much. I'd much rather get a really comfortable bike that I'm going to ride all the time. That'll be worth it to me. So we'll see what the future holds in that regard. If and when I get another bike, you guys will know, hopefully within a couple weeks of me getting it, and not, like, you know, me announcing it months later or not at all or something stupid. So that's basically it, guys. Not much else is new. Oh, also, hope you all had a happy holiday. Happy New Year's. I know I'm a little late now because, you know, it's like second week of January now. But it's just thought that counts, right? But hope you all have a good day. And as always, see you later. Motomaster X5 out.